I just want to show you this quick before we get going. This is where they're proposing to build a new canal between Campbell Park, Milton Keynes, and Kempston near Bedford on the Great River Ouse. You can see the route marked out in green on this map. The Waterways Trust, who is in charge of the project, was formed in 1995, so that's 27 years, and in that time they've procured the land, but I don't think they've built much canal, so I doubt if I'll ever see it in my lifetime. It will link up the eastern waterways, so you can make more of a loop of it and come back through Northampton, or vice versa. Anyway, cue the intro. I took a chance and sold and gave away everything that I own to experience some much needed adventure in my life. So I'd like you to come along and experience it all with me every step of the way. On my channel, Narrowboat Cruising and Lifestyle. Hello YouTubers, it's time to strap on your life jackets and join me on this journey through Milton Keynes. I'll say much maligned Milton Keynes. I'll show you as much of it as I can so you can make your own minds up, and hopefully tell me in the comments what you think. Most big towns or cities that I've been through, the canal has been full of rubbish, but I haven't seen any so far going through Milton Keynes. But I did say on the previous video, I hope they don't let the old bridges go into disrepair. So I hope this one was on the CRT's list for one of the stoppages. There seems to be a lot of boats moored here. I don't know if it's always like that, or whether it's down to all the winter stoppages that we've been having on the Grand Union. We've got another old bridge coming up. Let's see what the condition of this one is. Not very good again by the looks of it. My imagination's running wild again. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you must have realised I do come up with the strangest things. I know the owner of that wide beam. That's Jeff. He came up and introduced himself and says that he watches the videos. Really nice chap. So I hope I'll bump into him again. Another good thing about Milton Keynes for people like me is all the cycle paths they've got everywhere. As you can see here, they don't run along the towpath, but they run parallel to the towpath. Unfortunately, a lot of time when I've used them, I've found myself going round and round in circles. But then again, I can be a bit dopey. Over there on the left is the entrance to Pennyland Basin, which looks a quality place to live, especially if you're a boat owner. I've noticed they make an effort with the canal side round here. Over there on the left they've made a sculpture of a horse out of scrap iron, which does capture the essence of a horse pulling a barge. Personally, if I had to move back to dry land again, it's not the sort of place that I would consider, but I can see the attractions, especially for the younger people. And in my experience of the place, it's been a safe place to moor. I've always felt safe here.
Going all right.
Over there on the left is the Lionhearts Cruising Club. Started off in 1968 as a group of boating enthusiasts that used to meet in the Red Lion pub at Fenny Stratford. All the members there do all the work themselves. Because of the width of the canal, the boats are limited to 38 foot. It was rural when they started, but over time it's got swallowed up by the city. We're coming up to a busy little area, I mean busy for moorings, called Gifford Park. The reason for that is you've got a boat services point there on the right, you've got a small Tesco's and a pub, which is a lot of things that us narrowboaters desire. On a serious note, I think what most narrowboaters desire, it's what I desire, is the freedom to get away from the modern day way of living, with the debts and collecting all kinds of stuff that you don't need, and living amongst and learning all about the nature that's around us. That's the sort of things that I desire. I also love the history of the places that I go through, like them beautiful old cottages over there on the right, which would make a lovely picture like that. I think I'll have to take up drawing some of these lovely scenes. I think that was once called Linford Wharf over there on the right, which had a canal arm that went to Newport Pagnell, which is not there anymore, and this is how it used to look. If you walk behind them buildings, you can still see the indentation of where the old canal used to be. Hope you're enjoying our little journey so far. And I also hope you don't mind me parroting on about everything as we're going along, because I have got some parrot sometimes. So I think I might have to get some earplugs for the back of the boat for those of you that like a bit of peace. Or even easier, you can just turn the volume down. If you look to the left, we're going past the medieval village of Great Linford, which has been swallowed up by Milton Keynes. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Great Linford was first mentioned in the year 944, which was Saxon times. We're looking back here at the canal where we just was, and this is the grounds that are under repair around the manor house. The almshouses here was built for the poor and elderly of the parish. Parts of this church are over 800 years old. I think it's the tower at the front. There has been some additions over the centuries though. I do love looking around these old churches. The manor house was built in 1678 by Sir William Pritchard, which he built on the site of an even older manor house. When I look round these old villages, I try to imagine what it was like to live there 600 or 700 years ago. This is a beautiful looking old pub called the Nag's Head, which was built in the year 1400. If you said to people this is the modern city of Milton Keynes, they wouldn't believe you, would they? Right, let's get back to the boat now. I enjoyed that little walk around Great Linford. So I hope you did too. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you like that kind of thing, or you don't. If you look to the right, we've got another old pub coming up called the Black Horse. I didn't go in there, but I had a quick look through the windows and it looks really cosy inside. More like the sort of place you'd enjoy a nice meal. While I've got a chance, I'd like to thank all the people that supported me in the channel and clicked on the link in the description and bought me a coffee. Those people were Nate, Nobby Hall, Stuart Griffin, Glyn, John and Bev Bell and Dave Pounds. Thank you very much, it's much appreciated. At the start of the video I said much maligned Milton Keynes. Well, I've been reading some guidebooks about the place and they've not been too complimentary. I've showed you about as much as I can of the place and I'd like to know your opinion of what you've seen. I know what I thought, but I'm going to keep that to myself for now. If you're new to the channel and you're thinking about subscribing, like I always say, don't do it just yet. Have a look at a few of the other videos, and if you like the channel, I'd be happy if you subscribed. So thank you so much for coming along and keeping me company on this journey, and I hope to see you on the next one.